winter storm is here. The Arctic blast, snow and ice already causing travel nightmares.
There's literally just people sleeping all over the place.
For drivers, ODOT warning not to expect perfect roads. We have team coverage to get you through this storm and the dangerous cold it's bringing.
From the WKYC studios, this is Go.
Good morning. Thanks so much for being with us here at 6 o'clock and waking up on your Friday to a winter storm slamming Northeast Ohio. Not ideal ahead of the holiday weekend, but we have you covered this morning with team coverage to keep you informed. Betsy Kling is joining us, tracking the storm, along with Peyton Domschke. A lot to talk about there. Austin Love is out keeping an eye on conditions outside. But first, let's get right over to Betsy with what's happening, especially right now. And we have been watching this evolve throughout the past few hours, Betsy.
Yeah, I feel bad starting since Austin's outside, but boy, it is starting to go real quick out there. 686 outages according to First Energy now in Erie. Cuyahoga County is now up to 240, Geauga 311, Stark 207. And then you can see Richland and Summit County starting to see these numbers elevate as well. These numbers will continue to climb. Folks are waking up. They don't even know the power's out yet. A lot of folks don't have to set an alarm today. So once they get up, they'll find out real quick that the power's out. Wind chills are a big deal today because the wind is a very big deal. That wind is going to create low visibility, keep the snow that has fallen moving around out there. And that is also really the driving force for the power outages that are expected to continue. Erie County, that is including the city of Sandusky, level 2 snow emergency. That means necessary travel only. We have a level 1 snow emergency for Richland County, and that does include a section of I-71. And that's basically a countywide alert that there are some very nasty roads out there. And indeed, that seems to be the case. As the snow picks up and then backs off, the road conditions are changing. And then, of course, the snow is keeping things moving. I can tell you that I-90 between 44 and 528 is into reduced speeds mode. As well, we have the power lines that are down out there on 86. But you can see where the darker blues are. That's where this heavy snow batch is coming through. And it's coming in several different areas all at once. And we've seen these road cams really deteriorate quickly. This is the latest out of Mansfield. Underneath this snow is ice. There's a lot of black ice out there. And look at Brunswick. Look at the conditions on I-71. You're looking northward here up into where the airport would be in Strongsville. You can see there are tire tracks. I mean, folks are getting there. This is Ohio. We're going to make it through, but it's just definitely not great driving. Bath at I-77 and State Route 18, you can see Akron area, Fairlawn, Montrose, we are dealing with these conditions. And Mayfield Road, this is Mayfield at 271. What a mess, right? And this is where we're going to have a lot of folks hitting the roads pretty soon out there on the east side. Visibility is well below a mile in most of Northeast Ohio at this point, and they are changeable conditions as the day goes on because the temperatures are going to be cooling. That fluffs the snow up, and the wind speeds are going to be coming up. That's where Peyton picks up the story.
And they're just starting to intensify. They'll continue through the morning. They will also continue through the afternoon. It is very crucial. This number on your screen, there's two of them, a sustained wind and then a wind gust. The one in white is the sustained winds. We're expecting sustained winds through the day above 30 miles per hour. And a crucial number is 40 miles per hour. Power crews can't get up above 40 mile per hour sustained winds or wind gusts to get out and fix down power situations, your power lines, you name it, to kind of restore that. So this is going to be an ongoing issue as we kind of stack up these alerts and all of the power outages through the morning into the afternoon. These will also take us through, unfortunately, the day tomorrow. So wind gusts by about noon, around 50 miles per hour from Sandusky to Elyria, even downtown Cleveland, all the way to Dover, about 40 mile per hour wind gusts. These will pick up at times, they will drop at times. I think the time we start to see just a little back off will actually be tonight. It's not going to be much, maybe down into the upper 30s when it comes to our wind gust profile, right around 40 miles per hour. 50 still close to the lakeshore. There will be some fluctuation, but something that's not going to change is where the temperatures are going. They're going to stay down, and they are just starting to continue to crash. We started this hours ago, and it's an ongoing and evolving situation as we approach about 11 a.m. We are all basically going to be between -20 and -30 feels like conditions to you. That's that wind chill. That's on top of those gusts I was talking about. And the wind chill factor will be crucial as we head through your holiday weekend. So a few reminders for you. Stay indoors today if possible. Don't head out on the roadways for a number of reasons. Not only the icing conditions that have already taken place with that flash freeze with the temperatures dropping, but then the snow, the blowing snow, drifting snow. Keep an eye on the kids, your pets too. Don't let them go outside for too long. Let them out to do their business and then let them right back in. Roadways will likely worsen. We're continuing to get accident after accident in here this morning, and Betsy keeps bringing you all the latest on that. And then the number of power outages will increase. This is just the beginning. Folks are just now waking up and noticing they are without power. Unfortunately, they will likely persist and have no power for a decent chunk of time. And that's why at WKYC.com we have a whole list of warming centers you can reference. Temperatures are going down. They will stay down, but we start to lift as we head through the later half of the holiday weekend. That would be Christmas Day. I have those details coming up in our full forecast. Betsy and I in just a few, Maureen.
Yeah, that's the major concern is the safety issues, the being able to stay warm and being safe out on the roads. Peyton, thank you so much. Somebody who must have ended up on the naughty list this year, Austin Love. He is live in Garfield Heights. We sent him outside, but Austin, you are really giving us an idea of what it's like out on the roads.
Yeah, I don't know who I pissed off to be able to, the only person on the team to go outside, you know, or saying, stay inside, stay inside. Oh, let's send Austin out to Garfield Heights. He doesn't mind. I actually really don't. We're having a lot of fun out here, laughing so I simply don't cry because, like I've been saying all morning, we're getting the trifecta, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting the cold temperatures, we're getting the snow, and we are getting the wind. And literally all of those have picked up since we were last on here in the last few minutes. I mean, it has definitely gotten colder. I think we started the morning out, I looked at my temperature, and it was about 25 degrees, something like that. We've dropped down to about 10. The wind has definitely picked up as well. Snow has stayed consistent and is making for a very tough morning for anyone that has to get out and about. I continue to say, if you can stay indoors, count your blessings, stay indoors, make some hot chocolate, make some coffee, whatever you got to do. But if you do have to go outside, I want to give you the conditions right now. Here we're at 480, just right over my shoulder off Transportation Boulevard. Traffic not moving that fast, as you could probably imagine. So if you are outside, I had a white knuckle it all the way here from Tremont. Took me about 15 minutes, typically about a 6-7 minute drive. So they definitely expect that. But we want to check back in on our frozen beer right now. I'm going to say it's safe to say, oh, there's a little liquid out there, Maureen. Not completely frozen solid, but definitely frozen. It's been on here for about an hour. This is exactly what you can expect. This is the need-to-know information you only get right here at WKYC. Right. Your beer could potentially freeze in about an hour. This is what you need to know, folks.
Yes, you need your beer koozies today. And Austin, you're going to leave that for somebody. Once it thaws, somebody's going to get a nice little surprise out there. All right, Austin, stay warm. We're going to check in with you in a little bit. Austin wearing a hat today, you know it's bad when that happens. All right, well, this storm already made its way through parts of the Midwest, and this morning we're checking in live with our sister station over in Indianapolis. Samantha Johnson is joining us now from there. And Samantha, how are things looking out to our west?
Yes, good morning from Indianapolis. We are downtown. We've been driving around Indianapolis all morning, and what I can tell you is here we actually got a little less snow than what was anticipated as this storm continues to move east. That's the good news. We didn't see as much snow as we had anticipated, but you did hear Austin talk about those brutally cold temperatures. That's what we are experiencing right now. In fact, we just got out of our car to step inside to warm up for a little bit. We are experiencing wind chill temperatures right now that feel like negative 37 degrees, and we know this storm is continuing to track east as well. Of course, the biggest concern as we approach sunrise in the next couple of hours is making sure those roads are ready if folks do have to get out on the roads. As Austin mentioned as well, the biggest message of the day is if you can stay home, please do. Stay warm, take care of yourself, and certainly we'll keep you guys updated from here in Indianapolis. I'm Samantha Johnson. Back to you.
Samantha, very smart to take a step inside live for us in Indianapolis. Thank you. I appreciate it.